Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Now, this World Cup has been amazing. We've seen bare things. We've seen late goals, bangers, late goals, set piece drama, upsets of magnificent proportions. We've seen a lot in it, but why is nobody speaking about Pogba? I mean, I know his hair isn't red, yellow, green, orange, purple, whatever mad colours the man normally does. He ain't dabbing and dancing, but it's weird how he's not being spoken about, and he's playing terrific. It's not even just him. Kante, well, people are speaking about Kante, but I feel Kante's had a very good World Cup. But back to Pogba. Like, I always say this, like with Pogba and other players to a degree, on one hand, they're quality players. We are completely right to expect more from them, to expect them to come into their own, to lead the team 9 times out of 10. I'm not saying it all relies on them, but that's all fair. But we also know to a degree, people speak about Pogba in extremes, like he's either good or overrated, but some people think he's in between. And we know with potential in today's day and age, people, that's the newest buzzword. I mean, let's be honest, Cristiano Ronaldo was the last big money transfer that went for, at that moment in time, what being a good player, not what he's worth. Pogba didn't pick his transfer fee, neither did Coutinho, Dembele, all of these players. Potential's a mad buzzword, and Pogba has paid for it. I mean, he's got the physical attributes to be a defensive mid. He's got no defensive bone in his body per se, so I don't agree with that. But you can see, you saw it with Diaby, another one that weren't on defending too tough compared to Vieira and that. Obviously, for his technical abilities, he's been linked with a whole range of midfield roles. But this World Cup has been superb. Again, I'm not saying even against Belgium was he amazing? No, but he's been very good, man. He's again, credit has to go. Unlike, I mean, United are very good defensively, as the Jose side would be, but that side at France is better defensively. I mean, look at how the centre halves played against Belgium. Look at the fullbacks to a degree. Pavard got stressed. Look more specifically. Look at Kante and that. Like, there's a lot of protection. So Pogba does benefit from that, but he still needs to do his job. He still needs to be disciplined. The World Cup, especially the latter stages, I've been impressed with Pogba. As anyone would, you have to pick the collective over the team. There's been at times, quite rightly so, at times Pogba has the ability, but he's played on instinct in the Prem on more than one occasion. He's played on instinct way too much rather than being calculated, and that's probably what stops him from being that top five midfielder or whatever to some people. But he's played with real maturity at this World Cup. He's played with balance. He's been selfless and sacrificed himself. He's put in a defensive shift. He's obviously, you've seen his superb passing range, like the ball he put over the top against Argentina. I think that's one of the best balls I've seen this World Cup for Kylian, and then he was brought down. I'm so sure he showed that against Belgium. He's shown his passing range, but there's balance. He's shown his dribbling, but there's balance. He's marrying the two together, and I hope for Pogba's sake, because I really like the player. Anything United get bun, ain't got much time for United fans. No disrespect to my guys, it's all banter, but I really want Pogba to carry on this confidence and this club form, and his country form back into his club form at United next season. I don't know when he'll feature in the Premier League, because I'm assuming he gets a rest and them things there. I don't know what Jose's plans for the man is or with his side, but I hope Jose is watching, because it says a lot. I don't rate Deschamps too tough. Deschamps, I don't think he should be France boss, but at the same time, he's got the 2 finals in international competition. And if Deschamps, someone that is very questionable in my opinion, if he's able to have Pogba shining a bit more than you, Jose, something is clearly wrong. Deschamps, you know. But I've been impressed with Pogba, the way he's been timing his driving runs, recycling possession, defensively, even stuff like wasting time properly. Sometimes you've seen Pogba do skills and stuff like that. Now you see him using his physical attributes, because you can't get the ball off the man. The man is a superb footballer, man. He's really a superb footballer. Again, as much as I want him to carry on this form back to his club for United, not too much, especially when you play Arsenal 2 times a year. Last time we played you at the Emirates, you decided to turn up. I don't know why he did that, but yeah, we can't read too much. I don't want to read too much into his performance, similar to Torreira, because again, like France, Uruguay, they have a great system. It's freedom. Pogba is afforded freedom within a framework the same way Torreira was. I mean, you saw the system. There was 10 other players that knew their jobs, and Torreira knew his job. So his job was literally to break down play. He knew he had confidence in the diamond or whatever that and what Uruguay were trying to implement defensively or in regards to their tactics. So he was able to do his thing. The same for France. You know, Kante and Matuidi and all these guys are going to be doing their thing. The fullbacks are going to push forward and offer an outlet offensively and defensively. Obviously, the centre-halves have been playing very well for me throughout this whole tournament. So Pogba is able to have confidence knowing that the rest of his team know their job and he just has to focus on his. Obviously, everybody has to know everybody's job, but you get what I mean? That wasn't necessarily the case for United. I mean, Pogba, Matic and whoever played, in fact, the whole collective side, when you pick out individual performers from United, you could say people played well, but at times it's a bit like a broken record. Like, you can't expect players to get the best out of them if the whole thing is not isn't patterned. Like, I'm not talking building the system around Pogba. How do you expect Pogba, for instance? I'm not saying this is United, but how could you expect Pogba to be able to fully pattern himself and play to his best of his ability if there's no structure in the team, there's no real tactics or whatever? So I really hope Pogba carries on this form, man, because it's sad because if he's not when he's playing poorly, as people do play poorly, he gets criticised. When he's dabbing and making his hair, he gets criticised. But he's been playing well. You haven't seen any mad haircuts from him. He's just been doing his job and just been focusing on the team. Even when he's bollocking guys like Kylian Mbappe towards the end of the game, he played great, but he was doing skills and giving it away on the edge of his area. I've been really impressed with Pogba. Will he make my team of the tournament? Probably not quite, because, I mean, yeah, he probably would. But I don't want to include too many France players, and I think Kante's definitely there. I think Kante's played better than Pogba. I think Kante's been very good this World Cup, and people said he was a one-season wonder and things like that. It's funny because them same people who said that he'd be a one-season wonder also said that crap about Harry Kane, but you know how that one pans out. But I'm not here to stay long, man. In short, Pogba, I hope you continue your form into your club form. I mean, your country form into your club form. I'm a big fan of Pogba, quite clearly, and more than anything, I want to see him just reach his potential, just get the bit between his teeth, pick a midfield role. Like you've seen, I wouldn't say he's been as offensive as you normally see him at United, or even when you saw him at the Euros, he was more offensive. There's been balance. I don't want to say he's been playing deeper, but it seems like that to a degree. So I don't believe that's his thing. I believe the box-to-box one is his thing, but clearly he's got the capabilities, as I mentioned before, to play deeper. You want to see Pogba pick a role like this and just keep going with this balance thing, because if he keeps doing this and all of these things, the world's his oyster. He will go down as one of the best midfielders, especially he's on course to win the World Cup. He's been to a Champions League final. He's won a Europa League. You'd like to think United being United, I know it's not going as well as they want, but United being United, they want to be back to the pinnacle with Madrid and Barcelona. So with that coming, you'd like to think I wouldn't like to think it, but you'd like to think that they'd win major honours by the time he's finished playing there. But yeah, like I said, the long passes, the short passes, the timing of dribbles, the recycling of possession. They're not doing things you don't need to do. Obviously, there's times he's been guilty of doing skills and stuff like that. You want to enjoy yourself. Winning smart fouls as well, especially towards the end of the game. Like, especially, I've been impressed with Pogba in the group stages, but more so the latter stages of the competition, to be fair. And I'm so sure the one game that was really poor from France, well, both sides in Denmark and France, Pogba didn't play. Pardon me, guys. But yeah, you get the point. You get the point where I'm coming with. Where's my tissues, man? Hay fever's being a prick. But yeah, man, I'm waffling at this point in time, man. Just big up Pogba. Obviously, it's coming home, but you was a great finalist in the World Cup, Pogba. But yeah, man, if England don't go through, I want France to win it, of course, against Croatia if that's the case, or whoever they play. Well, no, it can only be Croatia if it's not England. I'm bugging out, guys. Deluded. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out. Thank you for watching.